BRICS, an alliance of 5 major emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, is gaining prominence on the global stage. From January 1st, 2024, BRICS expanded to include 5 new members. 6 countries have been added to the BRICS bloc of nations, namely Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates 1. A total of 16 countries have formally applied to join BRICS, listed as follows: 2. Algeria, applied in 2022. Bahrain, Bangladesh, applied in 2023. Belarus, applied in 2023. Bolivia, applied in 2023. These nations together represent over 40% of the world's population and a significant share of global GDP. But what does this mean for the American economy? In this video, we'll break down how the BRICS alliance is impacting the US, why it's gaining momentum, and what this could mean for the future of global economic power. BRICS was originally coined in 2001 as BRIC to represent the 4 fast-growing economies at the time: Brazil, Russia, India, and China. In 2010, South Africa joined the group, forming BRICS as we know it today. These countries have since built a coalition based on shared interests, including economic cooperation, mutual trade, and the push for a multipolar world order. Unlike traditional alliances like NATO or the European Union, BRICS operates more informally. However, the group has been actively working on economic initiatives like the New Development Bank, or NDB, to fund projects in developing countries, offering an alternative to institutions like the IMF and World Bank. BRICS countries have shown impressive economic growth over the past 2 decades. China, the world's second-largest economy, has led this growth, with India following closely. Together, these nations are responsible for about a quarter of global GDP, and they continue to expand their influence in trade, technology, and energy. This economic momentum isn't just about numbers, it's about influence. The BRICS countries are investing heavily in developing infrastructure across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, creating new trading partners and shifting the balance of global trade. They are also pursuing initiatives to reduce dependency on the US dollar, which has major implications for the American economy. One of the most significant impacts of BRICS on the American economy is the potential threat to the dominance of the US dollar. Traditionally, the dollar has been the world's reserve currency, meaning it's widely used for global trade, investment, and central bank reserves. But BRICS countries, particularly China and Russia, have been actively promoting alternatives to the dollar. In fact, BRICS countries are discussing the creation of a new currency for trade among themselves to bypass the dollar. If they succeed, this could weaken the dollar's position as the primary global currency. For the American economy, this could mean higher borrowing costs, increased inflation, and decreased leverage in international negotiations. The BRICS alliance is also shifting global trade dynamics, creating both challenges and opportunities for the US economy. China, India, and Brazil are among America's largest trading partners, but as BRICS strengthens its internal trade, US exports to these countries may face increased competition. For example, China and India are already working on infrastructure projects within Africa to build up trade relationships with emerging markets. This approach bypasses traditional trade partners like the US and the European Union, enabling BRICS countries to build stronger ties without American influence. If BRICS expands its trade network, the US might experience reduced market access and face stronger competition in industries like energy, technology, and manufacturing. In recent years, tensions between the US and certain BRICS nations, especially Russia and China, have intensified. The US has imposed sanctions on Russia, and there are ongoing trade disputes with China. In response, BRICS nations are pushing to create alternatives to Western-led financial systems like SWIFT, to process international payments without US involvement. For the US, this means a potential loss of economic control. By creating parallel systems, BRICS countries can insulate themselves from American sanctions, making it harder for the US to use financial tools as leverage in foreign policy. Another significant development is the New Development Bank, NDB, which BRICS established in 2015 as an alternative to institutions like the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. The NDB focuses on funding infrastructure projects in BRICS and other developing countries. For the American economy, this means less influence in global economic affairs as more countries turn to BRICS for financial support rather than relying on Western institutions. Energy is another area where BRICS countries are making their mark. China and India are among the largest importers of oil, while Russia and Brazil are major energy exporters. By collaborating on energy trade, BRICS countries can reduce dependency on Western oil markets, which could impact global oil prices and ultimately the US energy sector. As BRICS countries strengthen their energy ties, the US may see its influence in global energy markets wane, affecting both its economy and geopolitical leverage. Another topic worth noting is the potential expansion of BRICS. In recent years, several countries have expressed interest in joining the alliance. A larger BRICS bloc would represent an even more significant economic force, amplifying its impact on the global stage and further challenging Western dominance. For the American economy, an expanded BRICS could create additional competition in trade, resources, and influence over international policies. The potential addition of resource-rich nations like Saudi Arabia and Iran would also bolster BRICS in the energy sector, directly challenging the U.S. sway over oil markets and further diversifying global trade partnerships. In summary, BRICS poses a growing challenge to the American economy. By creating alternatives to Western-led financial systems, promoting trade within its bloc, and potentially weakening the dollar's global dominance, BRICS is actively working to reshape the world's economic landscape. While the US remains a leading economic power, the rise of BRICS highlights a trend towards a multipolar world where emerging economies play a larger role. Whether this results in positive competition or growing tensions, the impact of BRICS on the American economy is undeniable. Only time will tell how the US will adapt to these shifting dynamics. What do you think? Will BRICS continue to grow in influence, or will the US find new ways to maintain its economic dominance? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on global economics and international affairs. This video is made by Prince Azi. He is from the mother that was one of the last great royal family and hero of Iran that lived in Castle, is the same area that Persian King Cyrus the Great was. Iran has thousands of years of history. Many beautiful things came from Iran, or called Persia, from language to constitution of Europe and America, from YouTube algorithm or the halo on top of Jesus' head. They all came from Iran. 2,500 years ago, Cyrus the Great, he brought the first human rights in history. We should all try to have a better world that everybody can live in peace.